Welcome to Books That Speak. The bird Nano got fascinated after listening to the stories about the green, serene Dehradun from her grandma. After grandma's death, she planned to visit Dehradun to roam around the lovely gardens, taste yummy strawberries, bathe in the water stream, and play with happy children. Nano's quest to explore Dehradun pushed her for this journey. But Dehradun had witnessed a steep growth and urbanization in the recent past. The exponential increase in buildings, cars, and population came at a price. To Nano's dismay, Dehradun had changed. Let's experience the journey of Nano to Dehradun in this book. Title of the story: Nano's Visit to Dehradun. Story by Kunal and Vedika. Illustration by Creative Knot. Publication by Doon Tales. Narrated by Asavari Doshi. On a hill down Mussoorie, there lived a family of birds. Nano was the youngest member of the family and was very fond of listening to stories. Grandma used to tell Nano about her childhood memories. Grandma had a diary in which she had written down all her memories and illustrated them with rough sketches as well. Our old days were different, Nano. When I was young, my family used to live in the plains at a foothill in Dehradun. There it is. Grandma pointed her wings in the direction of the plains. Nano could see the different landscapes of the plain. Happy human children used to play there, Grandma continued. It had lots of gardens, trees, and mostly lychee trees. Only a few houses were there and a lot of trees around. Strawberries were also planted in pots. A small narrow road went up to Mussoorie and children used to play, giggle, and have fun there, Grandma recalled. Grandma continued. The children there were friendly. Once I sat on a child's hand and she offered me food. I tasted my first strawberry there. We became friends. I used to take bath in the nearby water stream. A lot of different birds came there too. We had a wonderful time together. Grandma reminisced. Grandma sighed deeply and said, "This hill is good and green, but I do miss my days as a kid." Nano curiously saw Grandma's diary and tried to figure out sketches she had made. After few months, Grandma took her last breath. Nano was left with her memories only. She was sad. She decided to visit the place Grandma was so attached to. She asked her friend Ellie, "Will you come? We'll fly down and come back in few hours. I just want to see the Dehradun Grandma was so fond of." Ellie agreed eagerly. The next day, they packed some food and started the journey. Nano kept the diary to track the sketches. After about 20 minutes of flying, they saw a road full of vehicles. Nano began to pant a bit. "Are you sure this is the road Grandma talked about? It has so much rush and noise. Where are those happy children?" Ellie asked. Nano had no clue. She peeped into the diary and tried to figure out the sketch. It is the same Rajpur road about which Grandma had written in the diary. Come on, let's look for some strawberries and lychees. Nano and Ellie flew towards houses. There were no small houses but all big, multi-storied buildings. Many shops, hotels, and only a few trees. They searched many places, but no lychee orchard was visible, neither any pots with strawberries. "Nano, are you sure this is the same place?" Ellie was not happy. She was panting as well. Nano tried to read the diary again. "Hey, There should be a water stream that side. Grandma had drawn a sketch of it. It's called Robber's Cave. She used to take bath in that stream. Come. They flew towards the right, and after 10 minutes they reached a place where the board said Robber's Cave. But there were lots of people there, no place to sit in water. In the cave, it looked like hundreds of people moving in and out. Both got scared. Ellie exclaimed, "It doesn't look safe to take bath here." Nano was sad. She flew to one side and Ellie followed. A little further, she found a few kids playing in a park. She told Ellie, "See, kids, Grandma used to play with the kids. Should I try?" Before Ellie could scream, "No!" Nano flew down and went near a kid. Kids got excited to see a bird. One of them took Nano in his hand. Nano was happy. At least something that Grandma had told about was happening. All kids gathered there. One shouted, "Bring the cage! I will keep it in my house." Nano panicked. She just wanted a company, not slavery. She poked the child's hands with her beak with full force, and as the grip loosened, she quickly flew away. Nano and Ellie flew up in the direction of their hill. Nano and Ellie flew over high buildings, over smoke-emitting vehicles, over deafening noise, and finally felt relieved when they saw their hill. They stopped to catch their breath. "Are you sure Grandma had written about this place only?" Ellie asked. Nano turned around and looked at a board that said, "Welcome to Dehradun." Nano just said, "Let's go home." Thank you from Books That Speak.